Good afternoon, everybody. It's Sunday, February 5th at about 12:40 in the afternoon, and it's 5 degrees centigrade out now, if you can believe it. That's quite a change from yesterday morning's minus 34.6 degrees centigrade, which occurred at about 6 a.m. Luckily, the temperature went up through the day yesterday, and it went up all night last night. Now we're up above freezing. We've come over to California Road to hopefully find a place with not too many snowmobiles, although I think I hear one in the distance. The road is plowed here, so I'm not sure how many snowmobiles will be going up it. Well, so far so good. No snowmobiles or cars of any type after about 10 minutes. Just a beautiful day, so nice to be out in some semi-warmth conditions again. High cloud, but the sun is still getting through to a large degree. Raven flying up overhead. There's the first bird I've seen. Well, other than that train and that raven, I haven't heard anything else. No other birds yet. Very quiet up here. Quite a contrast to the spring and summer up here, where this road is just alive with life. Really good road for bird watching in the spring and summer. Clouds are starting to build off to the west here. There is drizzle or snow or rain in the forecast, but when I checked the future radar before I left, it looked like that wasn't going to be coming here before 4 or 5 o'clock. So I think we're safe, but maybe something's going to develop before then. Well, there's the first car. It just came by about half an hour after I started, so not a lot of traffic. No sign of snowmobiles up this road at all. I don't see any tracks on the road from snowmobiles. Sometimes I think I hear some off in the distance, but not sure where they'd be, because it's mostly heavily forested around here, although I'm sure there are some trails on private land and stuff. Well, I think this is the point where they stopped plowing last year, and it looks like it's still plowed up ahead. So we'll see how far it goes. Maybe they decided to plow the entire road this year. Hard to say. So if you have a bicycle that's a little more adapted to riding on somewhat rougher terrain, this is a really nice road to come up on in the summer and spring after the snow melt. It's about 10 kilometers in length. It's slightly hilly, just small hills, numerous small hills, some flat areas, but it goes through complete forest and a few field areas and marshlands, but very pretty, and comes out on the north end on Mountain Road, I believe it is. Road is still plowed as we move towards the 1 hour mark. The gray skies have taken over, but no precipitation as of yet. Fairly brisk southwest wind, which I guess has brought in this warmer air. And the wind is whispering in the pines, and the oak leaves are rattling. I'm actually getting quite warm in this heavier winter coat, but I wore it today just to help cut the wind because I knew it was breezy out, and my lighter winter coat isn't quite as good at cutting the wind down, and I really don't like that feeling of being constantly cold with wind getting through. So from that perspective it's great, but I'm actually getting a bit warm now, but better to be a bit warm than too cold, I think. Here we are approaching the little bridge, and this is the point that we often turn around at on our summer walks. We've been going for about an hour, I'd say, and I think it's 4 or 5 kilometers to here, 4 kilometers I suspect. Looking east off the bridge, not any real open water, just a little bit of melted water here on top of the ice. And here's the view looking into the marsh southwest of the bridge. Well, we've been walking for about 5 minutes since the bridge. We may go just a little bit further and probably turn around after that. We've had a good hour walk up here, and the weather's beautiful, although cloudy now, but still beautiful. Now you can probably hear that. That's the first 2 snowmobiles I've seen. I thought we were going to get through this walk without seeing any, but our record was broken. You can probably see the skies to the west are getting darker. I can't really access the radar imagery on my phone right now because I'm in a no service zone in the wilds of southeastern Ontario, where few men tread to go. So it's coming up on to 2:30 and we're not too far from the end of the hike. Hope you enjoyed this outing into the natural world. Sometimes it's hard to push yourself to get out for exercise, but I always find when I do so, I feel so much better. And especially coming towards the end of a hike, I feel great. And that energy carries me through the rest of the day. So if you're feeling overwhelmed and tired, depressed, or simply overworked and don't know where to turn, try to get yourself out into nature for at least a few minutes each day. The longer the better. Get some exercise. It doesn't have to be heavy, vigorous exercise. You can just have walking, and maybe if you're younger and in better shape, do some jogging. Cycling is great. Swimming, obviously, if you have access to that opportunity, but just any time you can get out. And certainly walking is probably the easiest for most people. For the record, signing off at 2:32 p.m. Sunday, February 5th, 2023.